Hey, what's up? What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's doing great. And if not, your midweek dose of something extra is here to keep you guys going and to lift your head up, help you lift your head up and keep it going. Of course, as you know, in the YPG, we're here and we know that there's only one time and it's time to take off. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, how we're going to talk about taking off? What specific section of taking off are we going to talk about? I want to share with you the danger of two words. One is a one-letter word, and the other is a four-letter word. Can you guess it? I'm going to give you a young 5 seconds or so to guess it. What are these two words? One is just one single letter, and the other 4 letters. If you guessed, I know, you got a spot on. And that is definitely one of the most dangerous words we pronounce when we say I know in the context of, hold up, you don't have to carry on what you're saying because I know. You don't have to carry on explaining what you're trying to explain to me because I know. You don't have to finish that sentence. Do you know why you ain't got to finish that sentence? Because I know. Last week we spoke about the ego problem, the problem which we sometimes don't notice when we have that issue with our ego, when we tend to think we know too much and we lose out and miss out on so many opportunities. But that's not specifically what I'm going to talk about. Of course, this is an extension of what we said last week. But what I want to speak today has to do with similar to our smartphones today. Our smartphones get to a period in which it asks for a software update. Remember those moments where you got to have data, or it asks you to keep your phone charged in so that it can update? Nowadays, smartphones do that. Even televisions do it. Many of our electronic devices which have a smart integration to it will have that update, because it is acquiring new skills. It is acquiring, in this case, new abilities, new functions for it to do something better, whether it is to protect itself from malfunction, from viruses, or it is simply to have a better feature, to better, itself, to improve itself. And we also have the ability to software update. The difference is that this here will probably give you a software update every, month or 2 or 3 months. I don't know. I don't remember when last I had to software update my phone. But whenever there's a new iOS software out, usually they do a couple of software updates, one close to the other, because there are glitches and mistakes here and there, which they gotta fix, they gotta patch. But the software update I'm talking about is one which is done every single day. And you can decline that software update the moment you press I know. The moment you do I know, you are telling your life, your mind, your powerful CPU, your brain, ain't no need for a software update because I got this under control. And that is definitely one of the most dangerous things which you can do to yourself, to your mind, and to your life. Every single day, we are given the opportunity to do one thing and one thing only, to learn. You may miss out on a lot of things. You may miss out on eating. You may miss out on exercising. You may miss out on fun. You may miss out on so many things, even talking, walking, because maybe you're sick or you just didn't see anybody. But one thing you cannot miss out a single day is the ability to learn. That is by far one of the most powerful tools we as human beings have, the ability to learn, to update our software, to update ourselves. And this is so important because we learn from people. We learn from others, good and bad, and good experiences, bad experiences, good people, and not so pleasant or not so good people. We learn from them. Even if it's what not to do, we also get to learn from them. So it is always up to you whether you are going to digest the information given, It is always up to you whether you are going to accept, you're going to install in your powerful CPU, aka your brain, that lesson which is being taught. There are people, for example, who see others committing a terrible mistake, doing reckless and foolish things. And they'll go ahead and do the exact same thing. They saw the negative results of that choice, of that decision. They still go ahead and do it. An intelligent software update will be like, whoa, immediately, I am not going to do that because I saw that happening to so-and-so and I don't want to end up where he ended up. Think about it. Think about that situation where it was maybe at school, everybody was doing it, and you were so glad that you were absent from school that day because you maybe would have fallen for that and done it. So what did you do? You updated the software and you're like, I'm not doing that. Cancel that. Scratch that out. How many times are you on the verge of doing something and somebody's already doing it and you see them getting in trouble and immediately you make that U-turn, you be like, change of plans. I'm not going to do that. So in our lives, we need to learn the opportunity that, or rather acquire, take in, digest the opportunity life gives to us every day to learn. And I also want to say this to you, besides, being humble to learn things, you need to also seek to give yourself the ability, seek out new skills, really learning something. There is nothing worse than redundancy, repetitive behaviors, and doing things the same way, especially when you're expecting different results, especially when you're expecting to change the game, but you're doing everything the same way over and 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 over again. It's never going to change if you're not willing to learn something new. You learn from those older than you as much as you learn from those younger than you, or even your age. You learn from those who are your superiors or people who might be your subordinates. It doesn't matter. From every single human being, there is a lesson which we can learn. And that is up to you. What is a skill which you would like to learn? Why don't you invest in it? Maybe your thing is in cooking. Maybe it's just a different skill which you could acquire. The time which you spend, as we've been speaking a lot about the famous scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, perhaps you could use it wisely, learning a new skill, learning how to cook, reading a book that will help you develop in an area of your life, family, relationships, personal development, finances, most especially spiritually. When last did you pick a book that actually helped you develop yourself spiritually? Knowledge is something that we need every single day more. We always need more knowledge, and we're never going to be, we're never going to cap the knowledge meter. You're never going to know everything. You can speak to an engineer. The engineer will not know much about medicine. And if he knows about both, he might not know anything about law. If he knows about all three, he probably knows nothing about IT. And if he knows all four, it's impossible to know all those fields. Those are very vast fields. But make believe somebody knows medicine, law, IT, and engineering. Then you've got a biologist. Does he know all of that? It's impossible for somebody to know everything. We learn from people every single day. So I want you to make this your task, your target. Those of you who are watching from your respective branches, I would like to invite you to make that semicircle amongst yourselves, put the chairs together, and take a decision. What is a new skill which you would like to learn? Maybe it is for personal development. Maybe it is a general skill. Maybe you want to learn how to fix things. You're just a terrible person with fixing things in general, arts and crafts and that kind of stuff. Maybe it's drawing. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it is learning a sport, fitness. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's painting. I don't know. There are just so many things, an endless list of things which you could learn. The first thing is removing what we spoke about last week, your ego, and understanding that every day we learn and every day we need to learn. Software up. So remember, The first one is I know. Those two words, super dangerous. I want you to add a third word and put it, I know nothing. Understand, put that, I know nothing. If every day we approach that day with that mindset, I know nothing, we will always make space to learn more. You know, when your phone, you run out of memory and you're like, oh, what am I going to delete here today? And delete, because you want to make up space, then you start removing the useless things. That you can also do every day. You make up space to learn. The difference is that here, the storage is pretty much unlimited. Or you might spend that storage with corrupted files, if you know what I mean, with corrupt talks, useless chats, and people and things which are damaging the ability of this amazing computer from working. Or you can add and store amazing information, learning a new skill, learning how to better yourself. When I say you apply the I know nothing method, it's about taking every day as if you really know nothing so that you can learn more. Because the moment you say to someone, I know, you're telling them deep down inside. It's a subtle way of saying, you don't have to carry on with that sentence. I got you. Be careful with that. The moment you add that nothing and say, I know nothing, you're opening up. You're opening a wide range, a wide gate that will welcome knowledge skills. I repeat, there are things which aren't worth our time. Discard those things. For example, negative talks. When I say negative talk, it doesn't mean criticism which will be constructive, which will help build you. When I say criticism, I mean criticism that is really there to hurt you, to destroy you, to put you down because nobody or somebody does not believe in you. But I'm talking about that specifically. Take that out. Stuff which is necessary, learn. When somebody says to you, I think you should work on that, listen to them. Give everybody an ear. Be fast to listen and be slow to speak. We all fall into this trap at times in our lives, and we impede ourselves from developing our own self. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So check with yourselves, talk amongst yourselves, and agree amongst yourselves. What is it I could learn? What is a skill? What is it that I'm impeding myself from learning? Stop and I'm going to think about it. What am I restricting myself from learning because I've been on the I know mode instead of I know nothing mode? What is it that I could add to myself? What is it that I could better and improve myself? What are the skills I could learn? What is it that last year I made it a resolution, but I never reached it? I said I was going to learn a new language. I said that this year I was going to be healthier. I don't know, guys. I'm just throwing it there. Think about it. All right. And that's it. This coming Sunday, I'll be with the YPG fam having our mega hangout in Soweto. If you are in Jozi, the whole YPG fam will have a special mega hangout in Soweto, 24456 Iming Drive, Zone 60 Kloof in Soweto, at the grounds, as Uncle Beanie calls it. And on the 24th day of the second month of the 24th year of the 2000th millennium, I just wanted to complicate that, 24 to 24, as you can see it there, we're going to be having the biggest event so far. In 2024, we're going to be killing it with this event, the Mega Help event. I hope you guys are ready for it. I've been checking out the memes. I hope you guys are checking out the memes. Please take those memes and share it with all your friends. Start. And yes, guys, it's still over a month until the great day comes. But we stay patient. It's going to be worth the wait. I see you guys all there. And if you want to chat, you want to get in touch, guys, the YPG fam is here for you. Get in touch. Holler at us. We're here for you. We are together as one. And not forgetting, what time is it again? It's time to take off. See you guys. We out of here.